Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Treehouse Brewing. This is their thoroughly new. And evidently it is because Beer Advocate doesn't even have it listed. Imagine that. And Untapped has 1,014 people have commented on it. 0 to 1,014. Poor, pitiful Beer Advocate. Imagine that. 6.5%. We don't have the IBUs, and commercial description is the same thing as said here on the bottom of the can. Chinook, Citra, Mosaic, and Strata hopped IPA. 6.5%. And it says here packaged on 11/3 of 20. And today is the 19th. So it's about 2 weeks old, give or take. This was sent to me by Jeremiah, who is with Hot Butcher for the World. Once again, Jeremiah, thank you so much for the awesome beers that you send me, my friend. It is very, very much appreciated. You guys rock. You make some outstanding world-class beers, and I enjoy every single one of them. So, these guys are up there near Chicago, Illinois, guys. And like I said, I've said this before on there, I don't know how far out from the brewery they distribute. They don't get to Virginia. Hopefully one day they will. It's just an awesome brewery that can produce these world-class beers batch after batch after batch after can after can after can after can, just like Treehouse and Pride and a lot of other breweries do. There are a lot of breweries out there, guys, that unfortunately none of them are close to me, that are producing outstanding world-class beers in all different kinds of styles. So with that being said, we've got the ABV 6.5, we got the Candon date. We don't have the IBUs. A lot of the breweries don't give us that information, so it is what it is. So, big 16-ounce heat shrunk label on the can. Let's get it open, get it into the glass. I'm thirsty. How about you? Very hazy, very cloudy. Definitely looks like a New England style. This one is just a little bit lower in ABV at 6.5. A lot of theirs are 7.5. So, a little bit lighter to drink. So, some people like a little bit lower ABV, in case you want to drink a couple of them. If you want to session some of their beers, makes it a little easier so you don't get as inebriated. So still 6.5 is more than any, most macros. I won't say any, but most macros are going to be. About a finger of head on there. Very nice looking beer. A little bit lighter in the color than a lot of them are. That bright orange color, and it may look like that on camera, but a little watered down color, maybe a little bit of grapefruit juice or something in there. Very cloudy, very hazy. Definitely a good looking beer. To the nose we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know how much hops they put in there to get this much aroma, but they must be putting a boatload in the batches that they do, because, man, it's just, especially in the New England style, it's just off the chain. Wow. Nice and citrusy, a little bit of pine and grapefruit, maybe a little pineapple, maybe a little tropical fruit notes. Smells awesome, guys. Wow. It's time to dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Jeremiah, and everybody at Hot Butcher for the World. Again, you guys rock. So damn delicious. A little thinner than the 7.5 percenters, and then they even do some bigger beers than that. They do some Imperials. They do a lot of 10+% Imperial versions of this style. I don't know if they do any barrel aging on any of that stuff or not. If they have the capacity or the room to do it. But like I've told you guys all the time, if you got a stout and it's not bourbon barrel, kick it up a notch. Throw you a jigger or some good bourbon. I've got some good bourbon up there. I got some Elijah Craig and some Woodford barrels, and got something else up there too. It doesn't ring a bell off of that. I can't think of what it is right off the top of my head. Very, very delicious. That is one tasty beer there, guys. Very impressive. I would, even though it's not the 7%, 6.5 is close enough for me on this one, especially in this style. I would buy it. I would spend my money on it. So the back end pour goes in. We did the little swirly swirl to make sure we got I don't think anything could have settled in. I think 2 weeks old. I mean, it hadn't had time now. If it was 2-3 months old, maybe so, but not a couple of weeks old. Very colorful artwork on here. It looks like a bunch of luggage. One of his arms is waving a flag with a hop cone on it, and got legs coming out, and the very top container looks like it's got one eyeball on there, and it's got a basket, and I guess he's going to go pick some hops. So very nice, very, very colorful can. I like that. Very nice. So guys, it's right out of the fridge. Let me go sip on it, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sipping on it for about an hour. Very nice slicing left on the glass. I was trying to think about that other bourbon I had up there, and it's Evan Williams. So I've got Elijah Craig, Evan Williams, and Woodford barrels. So all real nice bourbons. Not cheap. I mean, if you want cheap bourbon, you're going to get that super bite. I like the smooth bourbons, but they're a little pricey. And if you got a low ABV stout, you want to kick it up, get you some good bourbon. I mean, unless you just want that big bite. I enjoy those. So when I have like a 5% stout, kick it up a notch. Or if I have a stout that's not bourbon barrel, kick it up a notch. Anyway, back to this beer. Thoroughly new, and evidently it is, like I said, because Beer Advocate doesn't have it listed. And over 1,000 people have commented on Untapped on it already. And it's only been out a couple of weeks, I guess, according to the date on this can anyway. So, awesome aroma. Very tasty beer, guys. And I could just as easily give this an outstanding grade or not. I do enjoy this style. Everybody who's followed me for any length of time, especially over the last 4 or 5 years since this style came out, was able to get my hands on it. It's what this guy likes. Now, you may not. So, it all depends on what you want to drink, guys. I say that all the time. And I do like to drink this kind. Especially from this brewery. Final chug. Got a little bit of sediment in there, so we're going to have to do the little swirly swirl so I get all that. Don't want to leave nothing in the bottom of the glass, guys. Now, final chug. This is a very delicious beer, guys. I'm not going to give it to 10, and if you say it's a 10, I would not argue with that. I'm going to give it a 98. It is very, very tasty. I think it's a little on the thin side since it's a 6.5 instead of the 7.5 like a lot of their beers are. So I can taste that little thinner mouthfeel on a 6.5 as opposed to a 7.5. So, but that's just me. Like I said, if you think it's a 10, my God, I wouldn't argue with that 1 iota. It's still a damn impressive beer. So, like I said, Beer Advocate doesn't even have it listed. Untapped has it at 4.13. That's in their A- range. I think it's a little bit better than that. So that's why I'm giving it the grade that I'm giving it. Very tasty. I would buy it. If it was available here, I would spend my money on it. Thoroughly new from Hot Butcher for the World. If you have had it, let me know what you think. Come and meet again. Let's go see what's in the fridge.